can see, you can listen to this noise. And you can see that interceptors have been fired. The cluster ammunition which is being used, this clearly shows that, and you can see, you can listen to this noise. And you can see that interceptors have been fired. The cluster ammunition which is being used, this clearly shows that. करीब 24 घंटे की शांति के बाद एक बार फिर सन्नाटा टूटा है तेल अवीव के अंदर। सायरन बज रहे हैं और ये सीधे सीधे निशान है कि किसी तरीके का प्रोजेक्टाइल हमला हो सकता है। आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से लोग भाग रहे हैं। हम भी शेल्टर की तरफ जाने की कोशिश करेंगे यहाँ से, क्योंकि जितनी भी घटनाएं हुई हैं वो बाहर जो लोग मौजूद थे, जो शेल्टर के अंदर नहीं जा पाए, उनके साथ ज्यादा हुई हैं। और ये तस्वीरें हैं, ये बताती हैं कि ये जो आसमान है, इसी आसमान में इस सायरन की आवाज के साथ ही वो तस्वीरें कई बार कैद होती हैं। और लगातार हमने देखा है कि किस तरीके से धमाके की आवाज और ये जो चीजें, ये इंटरसेप्टर्स देख रहे हैं, ये देखिए, ये साफ बताता है कि इंटरसेप्टर्स ने का जो है वो इंटरसेप्ट किया है यहाँ पर मिसाइल को, और जो क्लस्टर एम्यूनिशन है उसका बड़े पैमाने पर इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। ये क्लस्टर एम्यूनिशन जो है वो कई टुकड़ों के अंदर बिखर जाता है और हर एक टुकड़ा जो है वो अलग अलग जगह पर जाकर इम्पैक्ट करता है और इसके कारण काफी बड़े दायरे के अंदर नुकसान होता है। ये भी देखने में आ रहा है कि किस तरीके से कोऑर्डिनेटेड अटैक्स हो रहे हैं। यानी अगर आप देखें उत्तरी इलाके के अंदर खासतौर पर जो हिजबुल्लाह और ईरान दोनों की कोऑर्डिनेटेड अटैक्स हो रहे हैं, वहीं दक्षिणी हिस्से के अंदर ईरान के साथ साथ जो यमन के हूथी हैं उनकी तरफ से भी इजराइल के अलग अलग इलाकों के अंदर जो धमाके हैं, जो प्रोजेक्टाइल्स हैं, या मिसाइल्स हैं या रॉकेट्स हैं, ड्रोन्स हैं, उनका इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। तो ये तस्वीर है इजराइल के तेल अवीव के आसमान की, और इस आसमान के अंदर वो सारी तस्वीरें नजर आती हैं। और ये लगातार जो घटनाएं हैं वो हो रही हैं, खासतौर पर उत्तरी इजराइल से लेकर दक्षिणी इजराइल तक बीते 24 घंटों में यदि देखा जाए तो कई घटनाएं दर्ज की गई हैं। हाइफा की रिफाइनरी जो है उसके ऊपर वार हुआ है, और उसके बाद अब ये जो घटना है ये तेल अवीव के अंदर हुई है। एक बार फिर इंतजार करना होगा कि क्या कॉन्फर्मेशन मिलता है इस घटना को लेकर, आखिर कहाँ ये धमाका हुआ है, ये मिसाइल क्या इंटरसेप्ट कर दी गई है या किसी जगह पर गिरी है और उसके धमाके की आवाज कैमरे में कैद हुई है, आसमान के अंदर उसका इंटरसेप्शन कैद हुआ है।
You know that President Donald Trump loves headlines and deadlines, and therefore now he has extended his initial deadline of 5 days to 10 days, and now the new deadline sets April 6th as a time for Iran to go for some kind of reconciliation or acceptance of his 15-point proposal. And he has also given ultimatum on social media, on Truth Social, that if those demands or those 15 points are not accepted, then he will obliterate Iran and its oil capacity, its oil refineries and its energy infrastructure. Clearly, we are in a situation where this conflict can take any turn for that matter. It can end with some kind of reconciliation, some kind of diplomatic process, or rather it can escalate further, where the larger worry is that the world is already reeling under the pressure of this conflict, and this situation will complicate further if there is no solution or there is an intensification of this conflict. This is not for the first time President Donald Trump has issued any threat for Kharg Island, and rather Kharg Island remains a very important energy node for Iranian economy. In fact, it caters around 90% of Iranian oil export, and therefore it remained on target for US military presence in the region. However, so far US military has only carried out limited operation targeting the military infrastructure on this small island in the Persian Gulf, which is of area around 20 square kilometer, but remains an important energy point. And I think President Donald Trump is only trying to get some kind of a leverage here, threatening Iran that he can send American troops to capture Kharg Island, so that he can get some kind of leverage over Strait of Hormuz, because Strait of Hormuz remains an important concern, not for US, not for the other Gulf nation, but for the entire world. In fact, even from the India's point of view, if you see, Strait of Hormuz is the narrow passage which actually caters almost 17% of our gas requirements. Almost 20% of global energy supplies goes through that region, and therefore I think President Donald Trump is trying to threaten Iran, or rather trying to get some kind of leverage, and making Iran accept the demands or accept the points proposed by the United States, and being communicated via Pakistan and other partner countries to Tehran. After a calm of almost 24 hours, alarms have again sounded. Sirens are going on in the city of Tel Aviv, and this is an alert for every resident of Tel Aviv that there could be an incoming projectile, there could be a missile attack, and that's why people are running to shelters. Roads are almost empty. People are running to the nearest shelter, and this is clearly an indication that that relative calm of 24 hours was actually, and you can see, you can listen to this noise, and you can see that interceptors have been fired. The cluster ammunition which is being used, this clearly shows that the interception is working, but this also shows that the Iranian missiles are still targeting the city of Tel Aviv. And what we have witnessed in last 36 hours, that there is a coordinated pattern in the northern part of Israel. This boom, this sound, it shows that there could be an impact in nearby location, or the interception is working, and the Iron Dome of Israel is trying to protect the city. And as I was discussing, that in last 36 hours we have seen a pattern, that how there is a coordinated attack between Iran and Hezbollah in the northern part of Israel, and also in the southern part there is a coordinated attack by the Houthis of Yemen and Iran, and the missiles have targeted Eilat and in Negev region in the southern part of Israel. And in the northern part of Israel, we have seen that how Haifa city was targeted, and in fact now the alerts have again went off, sirens went off in the city of Tel Aviv as well.